So, as you'll notice, something new in the shop. It's called my wardrobe. My wife said I can't wear the old ratty gold sweatshirt anymore, so yeah, it looks a lot nicer. I'll give her that. On the S14 today, what we're trying to do, or what we're gonna do, is actually start building the roll cage. In preparation, we pulled the front and rear glass and have further scrubbed out what Steve had removed the sound deadening some time ago, but it still had all the residue left in there. So we pulled out our lovely lacquer thinner and a Scotch-Brite pad and started Scotch-Briting down the interior surface, getting it prepared for paint and for just cleanliness. The rear parcel shelf will be going bye-bye. It is going to at least get hacked off about here, about the hinges. The roll cage itself is going to be pretty straightforward in terms of roll cages. Nothing too crazy. But the goal, I mean, we've kind of hit on it before, but the goal with this particular car, I know it seems like we're stopping production on the VK stuff. Let me assure you we're not. It's all right there in the background because it's all going to go in here and it's all going to function. So, but the goal is to have a car track built, just ready to hammer on the thing. So that way you guys feel confident in putting one of these in your car. And just going to town on it, you know? Like that's the whole goal here, is just to have fun. Like go out, just have a good weekend, thrash on the motor, put it away, take it out a month later, do the same thing all over again. So
we're in the back of the car taking out the parcel shelf, and so tools of the job are this center punch. I don't know if there's a specific name for it, but find your center of your spot weld, push it, and it makes a punch. Makes a little mark there. Just go around doing that on all your spot welds. And then get your spot weld drill bit, and you can see it's just a flat head drill bit with a little point in the center, which that'll find your point that you just put in your center punch. And about an 8 mil, they come in like a 5, 8, and 10 mil width, so an 8 mil spot weld drill bit is about perfect for this size spot weld Nissan uses anyway. And you just line it up and it'll hit that mark, and you can see it's pretty well stuck, you know, in the center punch. And you just drill, and you don't want to go too deep, otherwise you blast through your backing panel. You just want to go deep enough to go through your top panel. And it's just kind of a guessing game, but you can see eventually where it will cut. So you just go around your panel where it's attached to the chassis, or the panel you want to take it off of, wherever it's attached with spot welds, drill those out, and ideally the whole thing will just go pop and be free. And this one you can actually see it cut the top metal free from the bottom metal. So that's what you're going for. And it's just a guessing game of how deep to go. Work your way around. These are not quite deep enough, but just work your way around and get them all. So that is the name of the game. So that one's got a little bit, that one's a little bit more, but it's free. And that one's free. And those are free. And that's exactly what you want to do. Really appreciate this panel making me look like a pro. So that's free. And yep, so just that little bit of wiggling was all that it needed to separate that. So don't go crazy drilling through. I blew through on that one too, but don't necessarily go deeper. Sometimes you just need a little bit of wiggle or a little bit of pop from the bottom side to separate it. Alright, getting the interior nearly done. We've got the rear parcel tray, the front half cut off, got our seams cleaned up and the rear portion, and along the sides here. And now we just got a little bit left to remove on the firewall, miscellaneous tabs and the studs for the old heating, ventilation, air conditioning stuff. So we'll knock those off and get rid of the little brackets we don't need. But doing these, cleaning out these seams and such along the interior, it just takes a lot of time. So if you're paying someone to do your cage or your fab work, and it's not a full-on pro car build, the money you're gonna spend to have someone else do it for you is gonna be way more than whatever performance gains are had, no doubt. We're doing it ourselves, so it's just our time. So we're just, kind of probably doing an overkill just because we can. So we're gonna finish this up and then start laying out the cage and hopefully keep moving and get the cage wrapped up sooner than later so we can move on to more of the engine fab work and stuff like that.